Bookaholics, is Isabel and welcome to another video. So as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be hauling and unhauling some books today. As you know, I've been doing the 5 shelves TBR just to get through a lot of my books that I've been kind of just not reading and just hoarding. I've been trying to get through those, but I have bought a few books. So in order to kind of counteract that, I'm going to show you a book that I've hauled, and then I'm going to choose a book to unhaul. So I have 9 books here that I'm hauling, so I'm going to have to unhaul 9 books, and honestly I'm not too sure which ones to do. There's some that I know I'm going to do because I just didn't like them, but I'm gonna have to figure out some books to unhaul, and it's kind of oh my god, I haven't unhauled for a while, so it's kind of just nerve-wracking and okay. But yeah, let's just get right into it. So the first book I hauled here is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins. So obviously I'm reading this now because it's not, I had just had the dust jacket, but I bought this one. I actually wasn't too sure if I was going to buy it because I wasn't all that excited for it, but once it came out and people started talking about it, I'm like, I have to get it. So I bought it, and I'm on like the chapter 2 or 3, so I haven't dived right into it, but it is nice to be back in the world. I'm not too sure how I'm gonna care for it. I don't know if I'm gonna care for it or anything, but just wanted to get my own opinion for it, so I wanted to buy it. There's been a lot of mixed reviews on this one. I know some people haven't liked it and some people have, so I guess I'm just gonna have to see what my opinions are. I loved The Hunger Games. I absolutely loved them, and it was just some of my favorite. They were just some of my favorite books when I was growing up. So I am kind of nervous about this, but I am excited to actually finish it and get through it and see what happens and follow the evil of The Hunger Games. So yeah, that's the first one I hauled. Now I gotta figure out what book to unhaul. I think this one's gonna be pretty easy. The first few ones I'm gonna unhaul are probably gonna be pretty easy, but as I get through more and more, it's gonna get a little more difficult. So the first one I'm gonna unhaul is Half Blood Blues by Essie Dugon. I tried reading this one. It's not bad, but it's just not something that I really got into. I tried. I got maybe almost halfway, and honestly, it just wasn't grabbing me. I wasn't enjoying it, so this one's going. The next book I hauled is Would Like to Meet by Rachel Winters. This one follows a girl who she works at a film agency place, and one of the screenwriters is having difficulty writing the screen thing. Is supposed to write a screenplay for a romantic comedy, and he just doesn't believe that anything that happens in a romantic comedy would actually happen in real life. So she's on a mission to prove that romantic comedies can happen in real life. So you know what? I love romantic comedies. I love rom-coms. So this one was right down my alley, and I really wanted to get it and read it. So yeah, that's the other one I hauled. So one that I'm going to unhaul. This one's honestly a pretty easy unhaul. It's Ship It by Britta London. So this one is a little difficult in the sense that the nakedness of it is just so beautiful, and I really don't want to get rid of it, but I don't want to keep it just for that reason because the book itself was trash. I really didn't like it. If you want to know my reasons, you can definitely go check out my book wrap-up thing that I have up there, so go check that out if you want to find out why I didn't like this. But yeah, I really did not care for this one. It was a 1 star, and I hated the main character. So yeah, this one I don't feel bad about getting rid of. The next book I hauled was Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. So this one I actually found in one of my videos that I did. It's judging books by their cover, and so this one I judged, and I ended up reading the synopsis, and I just had to freaking buy this because it sounded so freaking cute. So this one is pretty much just a Grease retelling, but it's gay. So, you know, I had to buy it because I love Grease and I just love LGBTQ books. So yeah, I just had to buy this one, and I'm really so excited for it. So yeah, that's the next one I hauled. The next one I'm going to unhaul, I honestly don't know. There's some books that I didn't really mind, but they're not my favorite. So now I had to figure out which one to unhaul now. He kissed you Kamakanaka. I could get rid of that one, but I love the color. Eek. I think that's gonna be it though. The next one I'm going to unhaul, Not the Girl You Marry by Andy J. Christopher. Honestly, I've been kind of not wanting to unhaul this one because I just love the purple. Like, purple's my favorite color, obviously, based on my makeup and my headband, but like, I love purple so much. But this book was a 2-star for me. It wasn't as funny and as romantic as I thought it was going to be. Like, it is a retelling, pretty much like a gender swap retelling of How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. And I absolutely love that movie. It's so flippin' funny and just so cute, and I loved it. But this one just kind of fell flat for me, so this one I'm going to unhaul. The next book I hauled, which I actually read already, is If I Never Met You by Vari McFarlane. So this one was actually pretty cute. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like my favorite romantic book, but it also wasn't one of my least favorites, so I did have fun with this one. This one pretty much follows a character who is in a relationship with her boyfriend for 18 years, and then randomly the boyfriend just decided to break up with her, and a few weeks later she finds out that he's with someone else and he got her pregnant. So just kind of like a revenge kind of thing, she starts dating the main playboy of their firm and pretends to date him to get ex-boyfriend jealous, but also because the playboy wants to get promotion. So they start doing a fake dating thing, and you know what goes on after that. So it was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. The ending was a bit rushed and I didn't really care for that, but it was still a fun one. Now I gotta find out one to unhaul, and I think I have an idea of one, and I think I'm gonna do it. So Invisible Ghost by Robin Schneider. This one just didn't really do anything for me. It wasn't like a bad book, but it wasn't a great book, and honestly it was just kind of meh for me. I just know that it follows a girl who sees her brother's ghost and she kind of stops living because of that, and this one kind of follows after one of her long lost friends comes back to town and starts to try to get her out of her shell, and then the brother starts disappearing kind of thing. And yeah, it was okay, but it wasn't great. Like, it was just meh. It wasn't all that fantastic. It just didn't hit me. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. The next book I hauled here is The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williamson. So this one follows a trans girl and a boy. Honestly, I don't know too much about it. I just know I read the synopsis once before and I was really interested in it, but I didn't buy it. But then I wanted to buy one book. I think actually I wanted to buy this book, and in order to get no shipping, I decided to get this one, because instead of paying $8 in shipping, I could pay $11 for another book. So, you know, that's an easy thing to do. So yeah, that was this one, and I really wanted it because it was LGBTQ book and it follows a trans girl, and I don't have many books that have trans characters in it. So yeah, I wanted to get this one. Now, to unhaul. Oh my god, which one should it be this time? Which one doesn't spark joy? I could get rid of this one. You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone by Rachel Lynn Solomon. So this one did not spark joy. This one honestly did not hit me as it did other people. Like, a lot of people absolutely love this, and I'm very disappointed that I didn't. I just didn't really care for the main characters, like, at all. They were sisters, maybe because I have my own sisters and I'm very close with my siblings, and I just didn't quite understand the animosity and just the indifference to each other. I just didn't understand that, and I didn't really follow how they just didn't care about each other, and the fact that one of them... So, before I get into all that drama, this one follows two sisters, twin sisters actually, and their mother has, what's it called? Huntington's disease, so a degenerative disease. So they get tested, and one of the sisters has it and one of the sisters doesn't. And honestly, I think I would have enjoyed this book a lot more if that kind of brought the sisters together. But honestly, it just kind of pushed them even further apart, and I didn't really care for what the sisters were doing. Like, they were both doing separate things. So the one sister who didn't have the Huntington's disease just kind of didn't care that her other sister did and just like pursued her own desires, and then the other sister just understandably just kind of almost gave up and just stopped caring. I enjoyed it to a degree, but at the same time I just didn't enjoy it enough that I would actually want to keep it. So yeah, this one's going. The next book I hauled, which I'm really excited for, and I was really happy that I finally have it in my hands, is Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This one has been talked about so much, and I'm not the biggest graphic novel reader. Like, I've only read one, and that was for a class, but I'm really excited for this one, and maybe it will actually get me into more of that kind of storytelling. But I'm really excited for this one, and obviously it's also an LGBTQ book, and I'm just really excited for that. And people are just talking about it, and it just sounds so cute, and I'm just so excited for it. Also, Alice Oseman, I really loved her Radio Silence novel, so I'm really excited for this one and have high expectations, which I hope won't ruin this book for me, but I'm really excited for this one. Next one I'm gonna unhaul. Honestly, the one I'm gonna unhaul next is Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma. So this one, I'm honestly kind of sad I'm getting rid of it because it's been on my shelf for like years, and it's gonna be so weird not having it on my shelf anymore, but like, I finally ended up reading it and I did not enjoy it as other people have. Like, other people were just so emotionally just wrecked by this book, and I just wasn't. Like, it just didn't hit me the same as it did other people. Like, I feel like part of it, I think I actually explained this in my wrap up that you can go look at if you want to, but this one just, it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Like, obviously it does follow the aspect that I knew it was going to be, which is incest, but it doesn't go into how that progressed. Like, I feel like if this novel did go into like the background and the family dynamic that really like brought these two characters together to become that attached and dependent on each other, I think I would have maybe understood and maybe got emotionally attached maybe, but like, I didn't get emotionally attached to any of these characters. I didn't understand why they were doing this. Like, I didn't. It just didn't affect me the same way that it did others. I do respect the author for going into a subject like this because it's a hard one to really dive into, but just didn't enjoy it at all. The next book I hauled is Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. So I really wanted this book. Like, I wanted it so bad, and it finally came to my bookstore and I just had to go buy it like yesterday. And so I'm so glad I have it in my hand, and I'm so excited for this. So this one is a third novel of Elizabeth Acevedo, and it is also, like Poet X, written in verse. So I'm like so excited for that. Kind of just like, because I got rid of Ship It, which had that really nakedness that was really gorgeous. This one is very gorgeous nakedness, so like, I feel pretty happy about that. So like, yay for me. But yeah, this is the next one I hauled. This one I don't know too much about. I just know it follows a girl whose father is killed in a plane crash, and then she finds out that she has a sister from another mother. I don't know. It just follows as they find out about each other, and I don't know what happens after that, but I'm excited for it. So that's this one. I got on haul one now, and I don't know which one to unhaul. I could do this one. Yeah, there's nothing else on that shelf. Let's see. Anything from this shelf that I could unhaul? What we buried? I could get rid of that one. Every art doorway I can get rid of. Eek. Anything down here? Eek. I could get rid of that one too. I just love the cover. Oh. You know what? I think we're gonna get rid of this one. The next one I'm gonna get rid of, which I'm kind of sad about because I spent a lot of money on this one, but Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire. I think I might continue with this series as audiobooks from Scribd, but I'm not going to be buying the books. So I might as well just get rid of this one and have room on my shelf for other books. So this one is going because it was just a 3-star. It wasn't as fantastic as I thought it was going to be, and I'd rather just read the books for free on Scribd. Well, not free, but like just read it as a subscription service than buy the other books, because these books are expensive. Holy crap. They're $24.99 for this small ass book. So yeah, this one's going. The next book I hauled, oh my god, I didn't even know this was a thing, but I read the synopsis and I was so excited for it, and it's so cute. So it's I'll Be the One by Leela Lee. That's a hard name to say. Or maybe it's Lila, maybe it's Lila Lee. It's a little bit easier. I think people who are really into K-pop would be really excited for this. I'm not really into K-pop, but this does follow a girl who is very, very much into K-pop, and it just follows as she is going into this dance competition to meet some celebrities in K-pop or something like that. And she is someone who doesn't have the body of a dancer, like doesn't have the typical body of a dancer, but she doesn't give a shit. She's gonna do it, and honestly I appreciate that so much. And I don't know exactly what all goes on in here, but I'm really, really excited for it. And also it's just such a gorgeous cover. Like, it's just so freaking cute, and honestly I'm excited for it. Okay, now to unhaul one. Which one should I unhaul today? I think I might get rid of this one. I think the one I'm gonna get rid of is What We Buried by Kate A. Boorman. This one, I read the audiobook and it was okay. It was kind of confusing, kind of weird, but I appreciated it for what it was, but it's not one that I would like to keep on my shelf, and it's definitely not one that I would read again. So yeah, this one's going. If you do want to know, this one does follow siblings, and they are the daughter and son of a very popular kind of family that were being like taped and everything for reality TV. So like, it just follows that, and then their parents go missing, and then they go on a road trip to see if they can find them. And honestly, it is such a confusing book, and like, I still don't know what freaking happened in this book by the end. Like, I have no idea what happened to the parents or the kids. Like, I have no idea. But it was a fun ride, but it's not one that was all that special, and I wouldn't really keep it on my shelves. So I think it's time this just goes. And then the last book I hauled, honestly, I didn't really expect myself to haul it, because I even told you multiple times that I wasn't going to haul this book. But then I saw it, and it's just such a gorgeous cover, and I couldn't resist. It was also on sale, so like, that's a reason too. But I got Chain of Gold by Cassandra Clare. I know, I said I probably wouldn't read any more of her books, and honestly I don't know if I will. But it's so gorgeous, like, come on. It's such a gorgeous cover, and I just saw it and I couldn't resist. Honestly, the Infernal Devices were my favorite, so maybe giving this one a chance, I might like it. But honestly, oh my god, I don't know why I bought it, but I had to. Oh, I have such a problem. That's the other one I hauled. I don't think I have to explain too much, because if you are into Cassandra Clare, you'll probably already know what this one's about. And if you're not, you don't freaking care, so I'm not going to talk about it. And now I gotta unhaul the last one. Which one should I unhaul? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I could get rid of Wicked Deep, but should I? I don't know. I don't know which one to get rid of. Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna do that. The next one I'm going to unhaul, because The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw. This one is so gorgeous. The cover is so gorgeous, and when it's naked, it's gorgeous, and it's honestly just so pretty. But the novel itself was not the best and wasn't quite what I was expecting. I do understand why people loved it. It does dive into certain things that I appreciate, and I know a lot of people absolutely loved this novel and just loved what it did and loved the message, but I didn't quite like it. Like, I think part of it is that I didn't really care for the characters, and the ending was pretty predictable, and I don't know what exactly, but it was honestly just meh for me. It was a meh book. I understand why people absolutely loved it, and everything, but there was just something about it that I just didn't care for. And it's just time for it to go because I know I won't read it again. And honestly, I just didn't really care for it. So I finally got rid of some books and I can actually fit some of these books on here. So yay, I have room for my new books now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is just some hauling and non-hauling business for me to do today. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, I got it done. If you guys enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up. Let me know if you've read any of these books that I've hauled or unhauled. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys for next video. Bye!